Hello everyone, it's your boy J-Mont Reacts back with another reaction video. Today I'm going to do a little something different. Today I'm going to react to a live stream I've watched. It's by creators Fresh and Fit podcast. They're a very popular streaming service. They say they're the best men's health podcasts out there. They cover finances, fitness, and how to social interaction with girls. They're on the they're on the what they call the manosphere, in which men talk about their issues they have with fitness, business, and dating in the modern world. Now, what I'm covering is a stream they did on the second February 16th, 2022, and in the stream, it was really interesting because we had the comedian Tommy Sotomayor as a male guest with female viewers that come in and give their opinion about the social interaction between men and women. Discuss it amongst themselves. They talk about dating, what men or women are looking for when it, the pros and cons of it. So the whole thing about this podcast that made me just have to do a video reaction of sorts is, well, there was a fight between both Tommy Sotomayor and a female guest. Now, it was an African American female guest who had a problem with Tommy Sotomayor's rhetoric when it comes to black women and how he chooses to vocally address the issue that he finds in the African American community. Now, when it's talking about the African American community, I'm talking about I did say the African American, so yeah, the black community. And from what they were saying, from what I was watching it live, is she had too much to drink. She was drunk in a sense, and well, let me give you what I believe happened, because from the information I was able to glean, and they took down the video, so you might have to go to Fresh and Fit Patreon when they might put it back up. They usually do that, I hear, but I don't do the Patreon because y'all haven't been giving me my coins. Give me that subscription, give me those coins. Help me, help you, help me. That's my motto. I'm sorry I've been rambling on, so let me just get to the bare bone minimum of it. She became yeah, this is really a mess. It's still freshly in my head, so I just sat down and was like, you know what, I have to talk about this, to work it through, to process it, and I thought, why not make a video reacting to it as well. So, when I heard she was drunk, that's why she threw hands at Tommy, and Tommy, after it connected, almost went ham. The Fresh and Fit, all the male crew had to rush and separate them both. It was a real crap show. And now, with that said, let me go back into why this escalated to a point of fighting. Now, Fresh and Fit podcast is no strangers to women storming off, attempting to fight. I believe there was like a gun pulled at one point, and a lot of crazy stuff happened. On this particular episode, the show was coming towards an end. They were saying their final thoughts, and it came around to the African American woman. And she's towards the middle, so they have half the room left to go. Now, she was, I would say, they said she was drunk, but I could tell she couldn't really retain the questions well. Her answers were all over the place, and she was just responding, right? Now, her information she gave was that her father has passed away as soon as she landed, and this was the day after she learned she came onto the podcast, so she might have been self-medicating and came onto the show drunk, or they might have given her something, or it's a lot that could have happened, but we understand that she wasn't in her mental right mind at that moment in time. That being said, she asked Tommy Sotomayor, she first said, hey, I unsubscribed to you after watching a lot of your content, because I feel that your rhetoric is downgrading the African American woman. Tommy Sotomayor says, I just talk about the issues I see in the community. And she's basically was saying, well, I don't like the way you say or address those issues in the African American community. And Tommy Sotomayor was trying to explain himself, but she was, like I said, interrupting. And let me be fair on her part. What I can see from Tommy Sotomayor is that if he's trying to get a point across, he will talk until he tries to get a point across. Now, this is not a new behavior. This is actually a very common portrayal of people having an argument of like real opinions. Like on this show, they talked about not smuggling, but trafficking, human trafficking and stuff. So they had a heated debate. They talked about the difference between the social dating dynamics between what men want and what women want, like provision, protection, and intercourse. You know, how we both play a game. It's a delicate social dance to try to get each other's what we want from each other and come to at least a compromise where we're both happy. And from having intercourse on the first date to holding off to should women earning more than men, should women pay for dates until the intercourse happens. It was a very, very solid show until that happened. And like I said, it escalated because she said she felt him talking about African American women in degrading ways, where he was talking about how wigs, their weight issues, and a lot of other stuff. And she was like, I don't like that. Why do you do that? And while he was trying to answer, she was talking over him, and it kept getting more louder and louder. And hopefully they put out the clip. Knowing Fresh and Fit, they will put out the clip until leading up to the fight and showing that how the interaction just got out of hand. And what really just grinds my gears is that there were two African Americans on the show that had to fight. There's a whole room of Caucasian, Spanish, German, Greek, and there was a Caucasian female next to Tommy Sotomayor who was I think billionaire. She was rich as well. She was earning well over one of the top 1% in America. So she was getting her money, and she's traveled. So on one side was a Caucasian, on one side was a ebony goddess. I'm just being satirical at this point, but as you can see, we didn't even get that. So we didn't even get to her asking a question or her final thoughts because that incident happened. And I was really curious about those two interacting because he's rich, she's rich, and but here's the thing. The juicy details about what I heard, because when you're having an argument, things come out. So apparently Tommy Sotomayor, and they've been on shows before. Apparently, from what they said, Tommy Sotomayor flew her and her friend out, smashed them both. And I really don't understand, 'cause this is how you can tell she was very discombobulated with her points, and she just started saying his penis stank after she hit him. And she was very I really don't understand why it got to that point. Like I said, they were on the final thoughts. They were halfway through the room, and it got to them, and she asked, like, here's the thing, she already asked a question. But then she asked another question. And they were just trying to move it along. I'll be honest with you, Tommy Sotomayor, excuse my, I have a lip sometimes, looked very uncomfortable with her. And he tried to explain it, but it's like, I've had to deal with extremely drunk women before, and you can't talk to them. It was like that. Now, I said that they said she was drunk from the way she was acting in that moment. I don't know if she was drunk or on some other stuff. So, 50-50. But he said he called her a B, I believe. And then she said, "What you call me? What you call me?" And then she got up because they were getting loud. And then she tried to hit him. They tried to separate her. She kept trying to, and she did connect because I had to go back and watch it, but before they took it down, and she did connect with his face, and he just went off. He almost like hit her, but then everybody rushed him and got him to the other side, and he said, "Oh heck no." Now, the interesting part about this is they were talking about responsibilities and like the double standards that men and women face earlier in the show, and they specifically said, you putting hands on a man even though he's taller and bigger than you. And she said, literally she said, I was taught if I put my hands on you, I better expect you to get your hands to hit me. And I'm like, you hit him. Like, you can, if they bring this back up, they can literally break this down into where she literally said, if I hit you, you're gonna hit me, and that's how responsible. And then she does it. And then she's insulting him. And I'm like, she's trying to fight him. She's trying to fight a grown man. And they were trying to end their podcast, and it really made me just look at her sideways and went, woman, you're a representation of black women, because all I hear about are black women going on the show and acting out and getting into fights. Now, I've watched enough of the fights because they probably have a compilation out there where it's not just black women, but when you hear black women go on the show, that's all they talk about, and it's not always black women, but when it is black women, it gets escalated to this point. Last fight they had, I believe, is when China Dog came, and I think no, it was China. Well, here's the ones I can't recall. It was a China Dog getting kicked off, and it was just like, why? And then there's a whole media lie going on, and then a girl pointing a gun out, and it's. My main point is this was my reaction of it, like my raw reaction of it, and I'm just like, it's more exasperation for that situation to happen where a comedian, I know him as a comedian, I don't know if he does anything else. I heard he was on OnlyFans. I heard his other social media like YouTube's get taken down, but so he might be a porn star too, so that might be something. But he was the guest to be playing for that. He was a guest on the show. He was very articulate with his points, which I did appreciate because it was making a lot of sense, because I was like, they were having a very reasonable discussion with Caucasians, African American, Latino. It made sense. They were explaining pros and cons of dating and how your actions affect your mating choices. It was a very good show. And to have it in like that, it really disappoints. And have it in with one of the female guests attacking the male guest. And Tommy Sotomayor actually flew into town. He doesn't live here. He lives in I heard him in the last show say Atlanta. So he's out of town, came on a podcast, and one of the females who she's been on the podcast before, actually, this might be drunk, might be taking something else to ease the pain of father's death, attacks him, and then she comes out and says, hey, this guy paid me and my friend to come out and we fucked, and his penis stank. And I'm like, what? She punched him in the face. We were talking about the double standards that men and women face. No, I'm sorry, not we, but they were talking about the double standards that men and women face, and they were talking about the violence against men, how men have no retaliation because they will be demonized in the public view. Now, I am very curious to see how they would talk about Tommy Sotomayor after he gets punched in the face and he tries to just attack her after he gets punched in the face, but the other guys hold him off. And oh my gosh, this is just, that was okay. You know what? Let's do something a little meh, right? So let's go over. This is the woman. And she does advertise that she does get food out, and she does, if you have the money, you will be able to, get some of those cakes. Let's look at her. Well, that's the girl that we. All right. So that's her. Oh, she's live right now? I don't know. Should I check it out? I'm going to check it out.
They paying you, and kind of find out they ain't even paying you to get on the podcast. You getting on the podcast for free. Stop playing. Y'all heard what he said. I told y'all this how he feel about black girls. I fucking proved the point on how he feel about black girls in real life. Every time I get on Tommy page on Instagram, it's always him fucking playing a black bitch. And I'm like, what the fuck? Talk about somebody else. Quit talking about black girls. Nigga, you black. Your mama black. He said a lot. He said a lot, Sam. Yeah, Waco, Texas, stand up. Period. Now, I know I am. Yeah, he mad.
This is truly insanity.
He don't talk about white bitches. Go on his page right now. Where do he talk about a white bitch?
He literally showed you talking about a white woman.
About a black bitch.
No, he literally showed you on his phone.
He was throwing slugs at me the whole entire podcast. The whole entire podcast, he was throwing slugs. And I was letting that shit slide.
No, he wasn't.
You don't understand. I let a lot of shit slide the whole entire podcast. And I did not say nothing because I'm like, these people don't even know what the fuck you doing behind closed doors. Y'all gotta get on he gotta get on a podcast to get pussy. Let's be honest. Tommy ain't getting no pussy in real life. Bro,
he's a rich man. He flew you out and fucked you. What are you talking about?
He ain't even feeling his energy.
He literally flew you and your friend out and effed you. You admitted that on stream.
He black. He black and got so much shit to say about another black woman. So what?
This is the Victim Olympics.
Talk about another race. Why you gotta always talk about your kind?
I've seen his content before. His podcast talks about
He didn't get my pussy. He didn't get my pussy. He mad. He flew me out. Me and somebody else out. Flew me out. And he didn't get nothing from me. Bitch, I watched Netflix the whole time while I was there. I didn't want nothing from him.
Wait, you said you smashed him on the podcast.
It's just like desperate. You want pussy that bad? Nigga, I'm literally chilling watching Netflix at his house. He like, oh, y'all ready to make some content? I'm not ready to do shit.
You just said his penis stank. How would you know that if you didn't smash him?
No, I'm not chilling because he got me fucked up. He got me fucked up thinking that he was finna get some pussy. Let alone thought he was gonna get it for free. Boy, you got me fucked up, boy. Who the fuck you think I am? One of these stupid ass bitches that's ready to give it up?
You
Nah,
see,
not me.
I don't know, because
He
her...
done smashed Shay.
See, your words don't make sense right now, because you said he did, and you said his dick stank, and you...
He done smashed Shay.
See, I don't know. It sounds like the victim Olympus, because you
I'm
really
triggered
instigated.
only because he tried me on the podcast at the end of it, though. Like, once he fucking said, this is why I don't do black ass ghetto bitches, some shit like that, nigga, I lost it. Because, nigga, let's be honest.
Dude, you literally were arguing with him.
Let's be honest, nigga. If you were trying to have a threesome, and that shit did not go the way you thought it would go, I was not about to fuck you. You ain't giving me nothing. What's a fucking flight? I could have...
I'm going to stop it there because that was just infuriating to the max, because she literally is playing the victim Olympics. She attacked a grown man on a podcast. She is... Here's the thing. If they put this up, they should definitely post the podcast up again, because that is just... I don't even understand. Here's the thing. All is fair in love and war, but your word counts for something. She literally said his penis stank. If she didn't do anything sexual with him, she wouldn't know that. So she was lying, or she was telling the truth. So she either she got flued out, stayed in his room. She literally stayed in his bed while they were smashing his. That makes no sense. That doesn't make any sense. And then if you watch the podcast, I watched it. I don't know if they'll put it back up, but check out Fresh and Fish. They might put it on Patreon, but subscribe to the Patreon and see it. But if they were doing last thoughts, they go around. Every guest has time, a way to ask a question, not a way, but a chance to ask the questions of Tommy, Fresh or Fit, right? She gonna ask him, why you posting all the stuff about black women? You can see the vitriol in her eyes. She said, why are you talking about wigs? Why are you talking about... She literally, you saw it on the screen, you can see the glue on her hair. She's wearing fake eyelashes. She got fake nails. She said, that's why I don't mess with them. She was being very belligerent. I hope to God that they put that whole video back up, because if they do, I would, man, I can't, I can't even do a step, like a live reaction, because Fresh and Fit flag people if they do that. But this woman is the epitome of non-accountability, even though the whole show was about accountability and the double standards that men and women face. This is some grade level bullcrap. I can't even. This woman right here is the reason African American women usually get a bad name. Her body might be banging, but her attitude is crap. And you know what? I'm not mad at it. You know why? Because I understand that her father just passed away and she might be going through a lot of emotional stuff. So what she hears, she reacts with her feelings. She's not thinking logically, because tomorrow she might have been drinking something. Tomorrow she might go up and be like, man, I don't know what I did. I was a wildin' or something. It's the same thing. If you go back and watch something after you have a fight, if you have a fight with somebody, you got your emotions up, you fighting whatever. Later, you go back, if you see a video of it, you can say, wait, I said that, wilding? It's a lack of accountability. Look, they both said words. Tommy Sotomayor is known to cuss. Cussing does not give you permission to lay your hands on a grown man. The fact that you laid your hands on him, and you can see she was irking him in the speech, infuriates me, because there's no accountability on her end, and then she's trying to play the victim. We have enough chaos and discord in our community for a sister to do this now. And you know what? I don't know Tommy Sotomayor. I heard good things about him. I heard bad things about him, but I do know what I saw. And what I saw on the live stream and what I just heard showed me that her character is in question. The words coming out of her mouth are in question. And I would just hope that Fresh and Fit, they allow, they post the podcast back up. Last time I would say that And let me say this too. Fresh and Fit, I've known that behind the scenes they might have to pay certain content creators to come on their show. I think DJ Academic said he got paid or something. So Tommy Sotomayor, which is their guest, they had a show earlier today with him. They literally might have paid him. The women come on free because they're free exposures. They're getting access and stuff like that. But what I saw today what I saw today made me disappointed, but what made me infuriated was just that little clip of her not taking accountability, degrading a black man you just had an argument with. And you know what? I'm going to end it here. I'm going to end the video here because I'm just getting upset. And you guys don't need that. You guys don't need that. Look. She does what she does. That's who she is. You love it or hate it. That's just how it is. I might come back and discuss this again if anything new happens, but right now, man, I'm just live reaction. That was a lot of mess, and I think I don't know. Here's the thing. I don't think Tommy was in the wrong because throughout this podcast, they were having live heated debates. They talk about trafficking. So from trafficking to you're talking to him about his content and you feel like he's attacking a woman but won't let him finish, and then he gets upset because you keep interrupting him. And actually, throughout this live stream, you saw when he kept getting interrupted, he just stopped talking. So when he was trying to answer again and again and again, it was reasonable to assume that he was getting super frustrated and he was getting louder because you wouldn't let him finish. Now, he cussed you out because, let's be honest, that's what Tommy Sotomayor does. He cusses out when he gets super frustrated. But then she tried to hit him, and then she did hit him in the face, and then she went on Instagram live trying to justify and paint herself as a victim and paint him as the devil, saying he don't like black women, even though he just stated his reasons. I mean, that is, you know what? That was good. That was great. That was awesome. Thank you for listening. Thank you for watching. Hit that like and subscribe. I will sit on this, contemplate it some more, and I might come out with another video discussing Tommy Sotomayor versus I can't really say names, so I'm not even gonna attempt it. But I'll put her link in the description down below so you can go see her page. And thank you for listening. This has been your boy J-Mont Reacts. Peace.